Today's presentation is about the well digging. Before we go to the well, I'll just show you the block. So this is the block that I had when I first came. This is the developed version of the block. When I first came, this was all bare. If you go to my first video on the block development, you will see on those pictures and how the block was. These are the tanks here. The top one is where we pump the water that's for the toilet. It's 5,000 liter. Okay, so the well water is supposed to be pumped into this, and that's the one that supplies. So this is the block. Block now, after we have developed, we have come a long way. It's 10, 11 years we've been working on this. So you can see it's now overgrown with bush. We're now going to head down to well area. Okay, so when we first came, because we stayed in the city and have been using, these modern toilet facilities where you go into the house, you go inside the toilet, and you sit down on the toilet pot, and you do your waste disposal. That lifestyle, me and my family, we have been living for. Now I've been in the service work employment for 30 years. So for me, it's 30 years. My family, I think about like 20 years. They've been living in that, sort of environment with the use of toilet and all this. Of course, we come from rural areas where toilet, for us, we don't have this toilet pot. All we have is toilet pit, but not everybody have pit. At home, when we want to go to the toilet, we run to the point, we run to the bush, we run to the beach, and we do our waste disposal there. That we got used to, and that's our lifestyle, traditional village lifestyle, primitive lifestyle. But because we've been in the city for some time, we got used to using toilet pot, with the comfort. You go and sit down within the house. You go and sit down on the pot, you relax, and you do. Not like, you go to the bush, you'll be squatting, trying to tiptoe with your two toes on and trying to sit still with their toes, and you find that you are swaying here and there. And as well, you go to the bush, you'll find pigs will also follow you. Pigs follow you, and you are putting your waste at the same time you are chasing the pigs. So that's that, and as well, weather, especially when the weather is bad with wind, strong wind and rain, and who want to go out at these times like that, to the toilet. So with that, we decided that we must have toilet pot. Our toilet must be in the house with a toilet pot. We can sit down, relax, and that's it. So when we came to this block, though there is no water, this is at the outskirts of the city. You can call it, settlement, or but so there's no water supply. There's no proper toilets here. Everybody is using pit toilet. The problem with pit toilet is, you get smell coming out. Today, I know there are better ways of treating pit toilet so that it doesn't smell, and then you can create that sort of, toilet pot system within the pit where you can go and sit down and relax. And now I know, after being in this, block, living the hard life, I learned a lot. Now I can use pit toilet, and I can do it better. It will still be as comfortable as, using toilet pot, and maybe no smell too. I can treat it. Now I know how to do it, and not everybody, does that. Today here, even now, you go around, you'll see the toilets, pit toilets are done about 5 meters away from the house, unless they have spacing problem, then they put it close, like 2 meter or less than 3 meter. But with that, you will still have the smell, especially in the evening. This breeze coming, dew, and early in the morning too, you will have the smell. Yeah, so that's with the pit. Today, I know I know many more things. I also know that you can use toilet pot in the house, even without water. That I know now. Before I didn't know. So when we first came, I didn't know all those things. All I know, because that's what I have seen, I have used it, I have experienced in the city, in the townhouses, is water comes into the cistern, the toilet tank, pot tank, and then after you finish your waste disposal, you press on that and the water runs down and it cleans the waste. That's all I know. So to me, my experience at the time was water. And so when we came here with that experience, with that knowledge, we have to get water. So because we decided to have toilet pot. We wanted comfort. It's in many other ways. It gives us that, opportunity and the efficiency, all those. So, so we decided that we must have toilet pot in the house. Okay, then we must have water. So our search for water began. And so this is the well. After going around doing some investigations, site inspection, trying to find out how we will get our water, where we will get the water from, I found some areas where I could get water from. The problem was they are quite far. Some of them are about like 300 meters away. It's okay. We can take the decision to pull the house, but then the risk. Not everybody is careful and respectful and all this. So, when they see something like that, many people will try to cut. And that's it's seen, obvious, evident all throughout. So with that, and as well as the cost to buy these poly pipes of some 300 meter, it's costly as well. And you need to dig it, bury it in the ground. That we could do, but then it's another work again. To dig a trench of 300 or so meter, I tell you, it's not easy. And so we decided against that. And then we identify this place here. This is where our well is at the moment. We identified this area here to dig our well, because this is quite low. Our house is above there. We have a little, some sort of high ground that come and stop there. And then we have, this is the lower ground. And so we thought this would be the right place. So we came and marked this one and we started digging. And it was okay. And these are the waste that we have got from here. You can see it's all mix of stones. Okay, so when we started digging, it was okay. We did, with manpower with manpower tools like crowbar and all those, pick. And when we started digging, the first thing that we encountered was we hit the stones, these big solid stones. And then when we went down further, we hit these limestone. We encountered those stones. I tell you, you can throw the crowbar, and when you hit the stone and there's limestone, you could hear the noise, cling, cling, cling. And you see at the point of the crowbar, the spark coming out. It was tough. That discourages us. It discourages us from digging any further. So we stopped. And I thought, I wanted to convert it to toilet pit, so I thought, okay, anyway, we just did how far we went down, we leave it as that, and we use it as a pit. But Every time I think about it, to come down, come out of the house and come, and where still is the smell that comes from the pit toilet. We see, toilet pit being used by others, and we smell it, especially at those early in the evening, in the night, and early in the morning too. When this dew, mountain dew, blows, and it makes us, I mean, we don't like the smell. So, and with the comfort that we get from toilet pot and in the house, it outweighs everything. Continue to drive at us. So, and many times, I come and sit here, trying to talk to a spirit if he does have, communicate and get some encouraging words and thoughts from it. That continue, keep digging, you will find water. And then after my bush, we dig. So we dig again. We'll reget ourselves, strengthen ourselves, and we dig again. We dig, go down, and we hit stone and limestone. We'll see that we are not progressing very well. We are not, going deeper, quickly. It brings discouragement as well, and so it gives us a lot of challenge. So we'll stop. So I keep coming back here. I keep coming back, and I have to come and sit here. Trying to dream up something, trying to communicate with this world and its surrounding and this limestone. Trying to communicate with them, to talk to me and tell me whether I will succeed or not. Something like that. And then all of a sudden I reget all my thoughts and everything and energy, and then tell the boys, "Come on, let's dig." Then we dig down again. I think we stop, start about five or so times. What you will see now is that we have already put a lot of effort, and we've dug down, deeper. Partly I've already told you why we have to have the well, but I'll tell you more stories about the work that we have done. I think that's about just around just less than 3 meter, about 2 meters something, or yeah. And what we did was we used a crowbar to dig, and you can see the sides here. This is all stony, but it is limestone. Okay, so we used crowbar, and I tell you, when we throw the crowbar onto this limestone, you will hear the noise, cling, 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 that, and then you will also see the sparks coming out from the eye of the crowbar when it meets the limestone. And it does have an impact that will reverse back to your hand. Your arm, your fingers, your elbow, and eventually your whole body, and you will get sick, after that, at the end of the day, with body aches, especially the shoulders, the elbows, and the fingers as well, palms. And it took us a long time. We started digging, I think, in the second year when we were at the block. After noting that, we need to have this, and the constant use of toilet, we realized that there is, we need more water for our toilet. Oh, well, talking to. Bye, man. Here, na hakan tuni. Wah, keras naman ang magkalaboy. Then eventually I got jackhammer, and the price is 1,090 plus GST, about 109. So it's so I got the jackhammer for 1,110. That's the jackhammer there, and I brought it and we used it. And now here, there's a generator smoking away. There we are digging in the well, and that's our power source. Now let's go down to the well, and you probably can hear the sound. That's the jackhammer. Now this is the well. There we are. Ah, ya nahot. Ah, muka ya not. Ah, kaul buat nahot. And finally, with the help of the jackhammer, we were able to dig down deeper. I think we went down now this time. This is probably about 7-8 meter depth, total depth from the ground level surface to right to the bottom of the pit. Okay, so that's the first stop that we did after with the use of the jackhammer. We were satisfied. You can see around these sides of the well is all wet, so it means there's water. So water was just flowing out from these sides here. So with that we were satisfied, and then we stopped there. So you can see, yes, that's that same one. Yeah. After we completed the digging and we prepared everything, I left it for, I was measuring every day for 11 days. So on the 11th day, it was the water has risen up to about 1.2 meter. Okay, so and that gives just a little short of 2,000 liters from this 1.2 meter height of water. Okay, so I noted that I wanted to get more water, so eventually we decided now to take off, dig this one and make this wider a little bit, and we also dug further down. Okay, so now you will see on the continuation of the use of the jackhammer, we went further down now. Working on this well, or digging the well. Our battery is down, so let it charge first. All right. Now let's go down and have a look at what the boys are doing. Today we are digging the well. We dug this well some time ago, but we found that the water is not big enough. So we have now digging the site to make it a little bit big. And as well as we're going to dig down probably another meter or so. The previous one, when we dug, the water comes up to about 1.2 meters. Now we wanted to dig at least 1 more meter down, so at least that should give us about more than 2 meters. We hope that should give us good volume of water. So that's a marker down there. Can you see? Hey, see? Huh?
Oh ya bot ya. Hey ya.
Spade.
Kaya kako pala tiga na.
Kita kan hati kanima na kayu ras na kayu kau bahu. Wahnya. Kuman ya wah.
Okay, gimana? Kita gimana? Kamu kisi bos. Nasi bawa itu bawa buat.
Sudah pernah kayu lagi apa kalau bahkan aku bersih.
Itu apa nak kalian? Ya, kan ilu mau tilau, profesional. Kayak itu kisi lagi orang itu bos. Itu apa nak labu kisi bos itu.
Nanti ya beres takin alia.
Nasi kisi. So I'll go up there and check. I hope we have enough power. Oh, Dodo. I follow down. This is the winch. The bucket of ground and stones that we get in from the bottom of the pit, the well. Unfortunately, the battery is down at the moment, so let me see whether still charging. Bani kalau bupot tepuhan. Pat ni so ni oliwa.
Ya nasihan tentu laba. Anahan bolu lagi dia bebena.
Jangan ya kan.
Oh. Aduh wis. Kau nak ni rawa, kau boleh ni one side. Ya, kau nak ni rawa, baik kan tu ni baik.
Now this is about, I think it's 10 meters now. Paano po nila ito, kapal? Rồi mà tâm cái hai gì? Woo. Ay, habang ulit eh. Kita kabakan wasi. Kasihan. Kasi patan ang tabon, kabayan ko ito nalaw. Paniklin. Tapamihan tanah, tengkilana, tahan. Estafita. Klina. Ito ya, gimana wala ipakuhuan to. Yung mga kanto. Ito, hal to anak. Ito, batang nila ka ito ni Waisi. Ito to. Patan. I think we have gone down now. Now we have made that wide a bit. And then we've gone down a little bit. I think it's now going to... That should now make it to almost 1 meter extra. So we have gone down about now almost 1 meter. The water depth will now be about just about 2 meters now. Kata saya kau wasia Tuhan malu belum kau na kau gini buat tu. Kalau tu ikan. Kata saya betul nanti nasi ayah. Kita si tahu hukum. Kita si ada tahu hani. Tahu tupan orang. Nasi han, awak malah 3,000 tan tapi dia kau pun nasi bikin kan, betul na? Dia malu belum kau na, kalau si wasia tu. 3,000 tank, water tank, tan tai luan.
Bakit patang hapo ka?
Quay nè.
Cái điểm. Snack. Ok con.
Đâu rồi đâu. Tao mau kita ko kanila waga, mau ko kanila waga mo bibigyan natin ng mga lagi.
By the way, if you have not subscribed as yet, please if you can do so. I hope you do enjoy watching this presentation on my construction works, and also give it a thumbs up. Okay, so now I have come to the end of the construction of my well, and just wish to highlight certain things. You've seen how hard we have worked from the start to the end, and there's certain things that I have learned from this well construction. The first one, I really have learned hard work. What hard work is? This is related to persistence, commitment. No, probably not so much of commitment, but it's hard work and persistence. You know, as we have noted, you know, we have start and stop and start and stop about some 5-6 times, and we still continue. We put a lot of work, a lot of effort, a lot of energy into that, and when we get tired, we give up. We still persist to do the job, So now I really have learned what hard work and persistency is, and then maybe commitment. Commitment in a sense here that, we have to do what we have to do. It's not really to remain at it, but to do what needs to be done. I have also learned about goal setting, objectives. Setting your goal and your objective, what you want to do and you want to achieve. Okay, so I have now learned that the reason why we continued was because it was a goal. It was a goal that I have set and I want to achieve. And that gives us that sort of energy, confidence, the will, to continue, to persist. When the going get tough, we still commit to apply that hard work and to accomplish that objective, that goal. I have also learned, and I think this is very, very important, you must have a level of standard that you want to either live it or you want to achieve something, but at that level, either at the level of quality, at that level of accomplishment. So it must be at a certain level. So you must want certain level that you must get to achieve. So it's not just setting a goal. The goal that is set is subject to why do you want it. So I think the question to answer is why. Why did I set that goal, and why did I continue to persist when the going get tough? Okay, so and the bottom line, the key thing that keeps me going was why I wanted to accomplish, to achieve, to complete the well construction works so that I can get water. So I wanted the water for my toilet. And for the toilet, because I do not want to get out of my house to go to the toilet outside. I wanted to do the toilet in the house, and to do that I need water. And to get water I need to dig the well. So even if it's difficult, even I face a lot of difficulties, I got demoralized, me and my boys. It was a lot of hard work, but we still continue to persist and to continue to work in order to complete the well digging so that we can get the water. When we get the water, we can be able now to have the toilet in the house, because then there is a water to help flush out the toilet after you go use the toilet. The last important lesson that I have learned is tools. The use of tools and the use of the right tools. Engagement of the right stuff, the right tools. So that's very, very important. When we started, we were digging with crowbar. Crowbar is still the right tool, but needs a lot of hard work. And to use such tools as crowbar, pick against this difficult material that we have encountered, like the stones, the limestones, and so crowbar, although it was a right tool, but it wasn't really an appropriate tool to use. That will give us a lot of work, and a lot of work means time, and a lot of work means more manpower. And then because we're going to delay, it's a lot of work. We're going to do bit at a time. We will then now have problem with timing. Our time will be prolonged now. It will take. That's why it took us some 6-7 years to work on them. Okay, so the right tools are very, very important. Yeah, I think it's the key to everything. All of them are very, very important. Most of those points that I have raised, they are all important because everything hinges on each of those points. Without one, there is a gap. But of course, tools and right tools are very, very important. It makes the job very, very easy. It will cut down the cost, cut down the labor involvement, which will also eventually come down to the cost. And time also is cost, labor also is cost, and efficiency. You just do the job with ease, and you just accomplish it, within a very short period of time, with less probably manpower. Yeah, so eventually we have completed that, and we have gone down, I think, just roughly about 10 meters. And with that, we were able to get just about 2,000 liters of water. Okay, so I'm still not quite satisfied. I want at least more than 3,000 liters of water. So I can go back now to extend the well, the sides, and as well as the base. Go out a little bit, make it wider, so that I can get. I want to get about 3,000 to 4,000. If I can get 5,000 liters of water within, let's say, 2 weeks, or just less than 2 weeks, will be very, very good. I'm glad we have completed that, and as well, though it was hard, but I have learned something. I think in future, when I'm doing any such works as digging of well, I think I know what to do exactly, especially with the tools. The right tools is I think it is very, very important. Okay, so with that, and I hope you have enjoyed watching the works. Please, leave some comments if there is anything that you want to say, any encouragement, any words of advice, from you guys, or if there is anything that you also want to question about, you want to learn, please do make comments, and to be able to respond. Thank you very much for viewing, and